I posted content for years and I could never figure out why nothing hit. I thought my content was really good. It was cinematic, it was branded well. But the fact of the matter is that underneath all of that visual appeal, I wasn't ever saying anything authentic. I wasn't saying what I actually felt. I was putting on a show, and that performance was killing my brand. Let me be straight with you. Your content isn't not performing because the algorithm hates you. You're not shadow banned. You're just not saying what you actually believe. You're not saying anything that's going to get you attention. And people can feel that kind of disconnect in authenticity even if they don't know how to name it. Your content isn't working because you're lying. When I look back at my older content, I can see it now. I had so much trouble nailing down my own personal brand. This is my 4th YouTube account. All of my captions have always been curated. My brand was obvious. The tone was polished. But the strategy was playing too safe. I was never in the work. I was posting what looked smart, not what was actually real for me. I was regurgitating a bunch of content from similar creators that I felt like would hit with my audience too. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, even though I was doing everything right. This is why, if you're just performing like everybody else, your content is already doomed to fail. You're creating from fear. You're holding back authenticity, and that shows. Most creators think their content isn't working because they're missing strategy. But I'm willing to bet that you've spent a lot of time planning and overthinking your strategy, and it's still not working. You're not alone. Most creators think that they're just missing strategy, but what you're really missing is truth. The kind of honesty that you cannot fake with the best hook or the greatest call to action. It's not the algorithm, it's your avoidance. The algorithm isn't rejecting you. You're rejecting you, and you're calling it strategy. The audience can feel it, even if they can't explain why. I did a real audit of my past content before I started on this new personal brand journey. And I realized that the pieces that really hit were always just me being my most authentic self. And it was rarely a video that I had ever planned. I never scripted it. Some of the content visually just wasn't even good, but I was always showing up in those videos as my most authentic self. I was weird, I was goofy, I was abrasive. It wasn't polished, it wasn't clever, it was just real. I turned the camera on in a spur of a moment of inspiration and I just hit post. And I feel like those were the times that people actually heard me. You have to realize that when you lead with truth and authenticity, it will cost you reach sometimes, and it will alienate a certain portion of a certain audience. But when you lead with authenticity in your content, it builds true resonance with the people that are actually for you and for your brand. When you lead with your truth, you open up all sorts of possibilities for real connection that make people actually care about what you're doing. That kind of resonance is what scales a brand. So how do you stop lying in your content? You build a filter, not a framework, not a system, a filter. There are 3 questions that I ask myself before posting. Number 1, would I say this if I weren't being watched? If nobody was around and I was having a conversation with myself, I know some of you do that too. Is this something that you would be talking about? This filters out the stuff that you say for applause and not for connection. Number 2, would you say this to someone that you actually respect? Most content creators have a natural gift of giving advice. If your friends come to you for advice about the specific topic that you're making content on, would you tell them what you're saying to your audience? Number 3, do you actually believe what you're saying, or are you just echoing someone else? Are you regurgitating content that you hear in the echo chamber of your industry? If you can't emotionally back it, just delete it. If it's not real, it won't resonate. Building a filter for yourself doesn't make making content easier, but it makes it honest, and that is what will make your content really work. If your content isn't working, ask yourself what you've been avoiding saying, what you hold back, those parts of you that you want to share, but you feel like no one's gonna like you. That's your secret sauce. Say that. And then build your brand around that voice. This will change everything for you. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm encouraging other creators to do now. It just feels better, and your audience will feel better. Not just to you, but they will feel better consuming your content. It will feel real. Stop trying to be perfect. Start being undeniably authentic. Subscribe if you want to build a brand that really says something.